Peace. What's the word? What's happening, everybody? Hey, it's been a minute since I tapped in with y'all on the stream. So hopefully this didn't catch y'all too off guard, man. Y'all see the subject matter, man. I got some things I want to chop it up with y'all about. I'm pretty sure y'all know my perspective on the subject matter for the day, but hey, hopefully y'all got about an hour or so to tap in with the kid, listen to the build, man. I know it's been a minute, so they probably have suppressed me all in the algorithms, man. I'm probably at the bottom. Y'all probably won't get any type of notification for this stream, man, because it's been so long since I streamed. But man, we just been doing the knowledge, focusing on the business, man. So that's why I haven't been on here streaming. I had to take care of some things, man. But now we getting back right and exact, man. But hey, what's the word, man? How y'all living? How y'all feeling on this wonderful Friday, man? We tapped in. We about to build. We about to go in. Brian, peace. What's happening? Ray, peace. What's happening? What's the word? How we living? How we feeling on this wonderful Friday, man? Y'all see the subject matter, man. We got to go in. It's been a minute. What better way to come back and start talking about something along these lines, man? What better way to tap back in with y'all, man? For real. I know it might be quite a few of y'all that have missed some of my venting sessions. Where here we go. Hey, my good sister Ashley, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening on this Friday, man? How everybody living? How everybody feeling? Hopefully y'all feeling. Hopefully y'all feeling good, man. Hopefully y'all ain't doing too rough out here. What's the word, man? We tapped in, man. We got about an hour or so, man. Y'all know I'm always on the go, but it don't take us long to make our points around here, man. Especially with this subject matter, man. Especially with this subject matter. Y'all know I be waiting to talk about these subjects, man. I would have went live sooner, but time didn't allow it. I would have went live soon as that situation happened with the good sister Sonya Massey or Massey, I should say, Sonya Massey. Yeah, I would have went live soon as that happened. Y'all know how I feel about that type of stuff. Y'all already know. All right, for sure. Sweet Tea, what's happening? Y'all already know. Like y'all already know. I watched. Y'all already know. I watched the footage on that. It ain't even anything. It ain't anything to elaborate. I said the penalty that I had in mind wasn't suitable for social media. I might get banned just for throwing out the way I would penalize that devil. You know what I'm saying, for what he did. We need to bring back. We need to be able to stone people to death out here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of penalty that type of dude deserves. Straight up. Straight up, the electrocutor, that's too easy. You know what I'm saying? Electrocuting is too easy. Line him up. Let us throw some stones at his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, let us take him out. For real, straight up. Because that was pure savagery, man. Wasn't no need for him to take those measures, man. No need. None. Zero. Zero need for him to do what he did. Like, absolutely zero. You know, all the other cases that have happened in the past are not to be justified also, but this is definitely one of the times where you just did not need to do what you did. Nowhere near close. Nowhere near close. Like, you are a 1,000,000% wrong. You know what I'm saying? 1,000,000% wrong. And then when you do the knowledge to his history, he got one of those histories to where he probably shouldn't have even been in that position in the first place. If I had the record that old boy had, if I had that same record, I wouldn't have even been able to gain employment as a police officer. That show you, boy, that white privilege is something nice. If I would have had the same history, if I would have had the same record as dude, I ain't gonna say his name. He don't deserve to have his name spoken. But if I would have had the same past as him, man, I would have a hard time finding employment out here. White privilege must be nice. White privilege must be nice. What they say, he had worked for he had like 6 police jobs over 4 years. Like, come on now. Come on now. Boy, that privilege, that's nice. I'm trying to tell you, white privilege, boy. 6 police jobs over 4 years. If I move around twice over a 4-year span, they suspect. Like, what dude on? He can just keep walking into police job after police job. Foul record. It don't matter. Man, miss me with all that, man. White privilege is out here alive and well. And people want to act like this type of stuff don't exist. Gave her a headshot because she had a pot of boiling water. And did they not ask her to to do something with that water? Like, didn't they ask her to move that pot of water or do something with it? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't dude ask her to do something with that pot of water? Somebody let me know. Because I think that's what I heard. Like, didn't Buddy instruct her to do something with that pot of water, which is why she was over there in the first place messing with it? Or am I tripping? And then she get a headshot because you was afraid of getting some hot water poured on you? My goodness, boy. Headshot. Wow. We can't even get rid of boiling hot water. Like, we can't even grab a pot of hot water in the presence of them white police officers. Pot of hot water. Now he afraid for his life. He afraid to get burned. He afraid. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Told her to turn the stove off. Thank you. So you tell me to turn the stove off. I grab the pot of water that's on the stove. Meaning, I gotta pour this water out. I gotta discard the water that's in the pot because you didn't told me to turn the stove off, and now I get shot in the head. What is we doing? Somebody go find me somewhere where this whole thing makes sense. And then it was crazy how it just escalated. It seemed like that escalated. It went from 0 to 1,000,000 real quick. I'm watching it. I'm like, all right, this is all right. It's going. And then that joint, soon as boy, yeah, rebuke that man. And then all of a sudden it turned into some headshots. When it was clear and cut, it didn't take me but about 60 seconds to know and understand that she had some, you know what I'm saying, some mental issues. That didn't even take me long to figure that out. So the moment I figure this out and I know who I'm dealing with, oh, I ain't even tripping. I know, yep, this is what we dealing with. This is what we dealing with. Scared of the water, boy. We didn't hire you hiring folks to protect and serve, which they ain't protecting and serving any of our interests. We know that. But you didn't hire some people to protect and serve, and they are afraid of hot water. They are afraid of hot water. They are afraid of hot water to the point where they got to shoot you in your head multiple times. What, she got shot in the head 3 times? Was it 3 times? Because he's afraid of hot water. Afraid of hot water. Like, hot water put that type of fear in Buddy. I gotta shoot you in the head 3 times because you got hot water. Like, you got some hot water. You like, I don't want to get burned, so I gotta shoot you in the head a few times. I ain't gotta shoot you in the head 1 time. Shoot you in the head several times. Not just once. Shoot you in the head several times for some hot water. What we on? Fifths and Guns, peace, what's happening? Justin, peace. Kinger, peace, what's happening? Hey, all is well. All is well. God is peace. I've got to tap in with some of y'all that's tapped in. JB, don't worry. I'm gonna get to that election in a minute. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to that. Y'all know how I be feeling about that type of stuff. But yeah, white privilege for sure. Yeah, white privilege. Oh yeah, white privilege, live and well, man. Like, we could just go down. We can go down the line in regards to all of the brothers and sisters, some young, some older, that have lost their lives at the hands of police officers. And then people wonder why our trust levels. We have trust issues with law enforcement. When you see videos like this, That's why. That's why we have trust issues. No other community has to really go through that. You know, this is why we have trust issues. I grab pot of boiling hot water, trying to remove it. I can get shot in the head. I'm 12, 13. I got a toy gun. I can get shot in the head. I tell you, I can't breathe. I end up dead because you won't let up. Like, we can't win. I reach for my wallet. I get shot 1,000 times. Like, man, the list goes on. We gotta think too. Listen, we gotta think too much, man, when we interact with the police officers. I don't like that. That's why I try to steer clear of them, man. We gotta think way too much. Like, when you get pulled over, like when white people get pulled over, they don't have to think. They don't have to think. When we get pulled over, man, we gotta really think. Like, dang, I got my wallet in my pocket. Like something hard, like, man, I got my wallet in my pocket. Oh, they done pulled me over. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this thing out of my pocket. This might, and I don't know. So that's why when I drive, I don't know about y'all. When I drive, I keep my wallet in my lap. This is how we got to drive. Like, I got to drive paranoid. So I got to take my wallet, put it on my lap. I take my insurance. I put it in the passenger seat. I got everything out just in case. So I got to drive with a just in case I get pulled over mentality. Just in case they pull me over, I ain't got to go in my pockets. I ain't got to reach in the glove compartment. Everything is right here. That's how I drive. I keep the wallet on my lap, and then I keep my insurance right there, passenger seat, like it's riding shotgun with me. So, all right, y'all pull me over. The things y'all gonna need right here. Right here. I ain't got to reach in my pocket. I ain't got to do any of that. Got stuff right here. I ain't got to reach in the glove compartment. I got this stuff right here, visible. That's how we got to drive. That's messed up. That every time I get in the car, like, I can't just get in the car and then just boom, drive off, go about my day. I got to get in the car and think about, all right, if they mess with me today, let me make sure I got this wallet out, this insurance out, just in case. That's how we got to drive. Hey, Fips and Guns, peace, man. Appreciate that donation for sure, man. For sure. R.I.P. to Miss Massey, man. Hey, we gotta ride for her. We gotta ride for sure. Like, we gotta ride for her. We got to go hard. That's why I'm screaming. You know what I'm saying? We got to ride for her. We got to go hard, man. We got to shine light on it. You know? Hey, Curtis, peace. What's happening? We ride for the sisters around here. I don't know. Contrary to what everybody be out here talking about, we ride for the sisters. We don't like seeing that. You know, we ready to be off with his head. We ready to be off with his head. We gotta stop allowing these white folks to do our sisters like that. No, off with their head, man. I'm getting to the point now. I'm on some Khalid Muhammad type of time, man. We gotta start taking justice in our own hands at this point, you know, for real, straight up. Because we already know how this gonna go. We already know how this gonna go. First of all, this ain't even something that should even go on trial. Like, this should be cut and dry. We all saw it. And then if they do lock these folks up, man, they be putting protective custody. They be protecting these folks. That's the stuff they don't show. Now, put them out there with general population and put them in the blackest of prisons. You know, put them in there with the savages. They'll put him in there, put him under protective custody because he's a cop and whoop-de-whoop. Nah. Put him out there with the savages. Put him out there with the worst of the worst. Put him out there. If you lock him up, then the fool. Oh man, what do you like to plead? What would you like to plead, sir? Not guilty. Not guilty. What is like? What do dudes be? Oh man, white man. Hey, mugs be tripping. Not guilty. They gonna ask this man how you choose to plead. He got the nerve to say not guilty. What are we on, fam? Not guilty. That's what he chose. Not guilty. Not guilty. My buddy says he's not guilty. My goodness, man. Not guilty. Boy. That's crazy. 777. Yeah, they said he had like 6 police jobs over 4 years. I had said that earlier. Yep. He had 6 police jobs over 4 years. That's what I like to call white privilege. Ain't no way, man. Ain't no way I could just be going from job to job if I'm the problem. Like, if I'm just choosing to move like that, maybe. But if I'm the problem, if I'm getting fired and this and that, no. I don't have the luxury of continuing to stay in my field moving like that. No. Nope. Nope. Peace by bless. Peace. What's happening? JB, for sure. You know I know about the locks. You already know. You know, I've been on this 20 plus years, man. They have criminalized our image for a very long time. For a very long time. And you know, that's why I walk around how I walk around. To change the narrative. I didn't allow them to spook me into taking on a certain appearance. I refuse to do that. You know, that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I choose to walk around with my locks, man. You're not about to use fear tactic on me, you know, and have me afraid to grow my hair, grow out some locks because, oh man, they not gonna hire you, or man, they gonna be messing with you. So what? I know what type of dude I am. I know what type of man I am. You know, let them think what they think. If this is how I want to choose to walk around, that's how I'm gonna choose to walk around. I'm definitely not about to do something with my appearance because I feel like they will accept me. Nah. So this is one of the reasons why I walk around how I walk around. I don't walk around trying to look the part. Nah, fam. Like, however I choose to look, that is the part. You know, so straight up, they gotta deal with however I choose to walk around here and look. I'm not making adjustments on my appearance based on what will satisfy and appease them. Nope. You know, so I got tampered with because I'm pretty sure because I had locks, because I was walking around dressed in a certain type of way. But I didn't let that, I didn't let that sway me to make certain decisions in regards to my appearance. No, I kept it moving. I grew the hair longer. You know what I'm saying? I got the clothes baggier, you know. Keep messing with me. Then when you pull me over and hear how I conduct myself, hear how I speak, you confused. Oh man, you thought wrong, buddy. It's just me, Q. Oh, Q, my boy, what's happening? What's happening? Boom, peace, what's happening? Lindell, what's happening? JB, it's funny you mentioned that. All these other groups have laws because they not only come together, but they put their money up collectively. You know, Claude Anderson is the expert in regards to this approach. But if we gonna play this game and we want this system to hand out some justice on our behalf, we gotta come together, we gotta agree, and we gotta put money up. We gotta put money behind our interests. We gotta put money behind folks that will support our interests or put our interests into motion or back our interests. And that lies the problem, ladies and gentlemen. That lies the problem. Or there lies the problem. Claude Anderson talks about it all the time. So black people collectively, we have a lot of spending power. We make a lot of money, but we don't have any money behind our interests, behind things we want protected. All these other groups do it, from the Asian community, Arab community, the LGBTQ community. These communities come together. They put all their disagreements to the side, the little minor disagreements, and they put their money up and they say, look, we need y'all to make this type of law. And they put their money behind. That's what the difference is. We don't do that. We don't do that partially. We just don't do it. And then the other thing is, again, we got trust issues. We got trust issues. Because there's been plenty of people, because we like the wild cards every 4 years or so. It seemed like all these campaigns, it seemed like with every campaign, every presidential campaign, it seems like every 4 years, which vote are they trying to go the hardest after? They trying to win over the approval of black folk. I feel like every 4 years when we get to if you notice, they try to sprinkle some elements in to where it's like they trying to win over black people. They make all these promises for black folks. All these promises to black folks, and how many of those promises actually end up coming to fruition? See, we gotta stop being so naive and gullible. See, they win us over with promises, with hope. No, that's not how you acquire power. They give black people, they know they can sell us a dream, fam, and they know that right there is all they need to do. They sell us a dream, they sell us hope, and they got us. We don't put no money behind anything because they sell us a hope, they sell us a dream, they lie to us. And that right there, when they lie to us, when they sell us that dream, we buy it. Oh, such and such said they gonna do this. I got a few political books to the side of me that speak of certain presidents doing that, using that as a tactic. Bill Clinton was one of them. Bill Clinton made some promises that would have so-called benefited black people, or that would have looked pleasing to black people. And then as soon as he got selected, guess what? Changed his mind. He reneged on things he said. Then ended up y'all know the bill he put into motion. But it's been plenty of presidents that before they got elected, they made a lot of promises that would have benefited black folks, that would have looked pleasing to black people. And then as soon as they got selected, as soon as they got put in that office, whole script changed. All the stuff they had said they was going to do, they did not do it. And they might have did the total opposite. They might have said they wasn't going to do something and then ended up doing it as soon as they got up in office. Straight up. Man, we can't trust these folks when they sell you some hope, sell you a dream. 9 times out of 10, 90% of the time they lying. They lying. They just trying to win. They just trying to win over the support of black people. That's it. And that's all for sure. Because they already know what's going to happen at the end of the day, for real. Hey, Ray, I'm trying to tell you, man, we law-abiding citizens, and we be nervous when we see the police. And it's like a subconscious thing. Like, you see the police subconsciously, like, oh, snaps, you ain't doing nothing wrong. Driving, speed limit, seatbelt on, music not blasting. You got everything legit. But still, subconsciously, when we see the police, be like, man, what I done did? And don't let them get behind you. Oh, man. Oh, Brian, the prime definition. Prime definition. Trying to tell you, man, listen. I've been stopped fooling with this. Like, listen. The system is what it is. I have accepted the system for what it is. I don't expect this system to do anything differently. You know, that's why I'm not surprised. That's why I'm never shocked when things unfold a certain type of way. Because I tell people all the time, the system hasn't, the foundation of the system has not changed. It has not been uprooted and replaced with a totally new system. This is the same system, fam, that this is the foundation of this system. It's the same foundation that existed when our ancestors were enslaved. It's the same foundation, same system. That system has not been destroyed. We are not living under a new system with a new foundation. It's legitimately the same exact foundation, fam. Same exact foundation. So when things happen, it don't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Because again, same foundation. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm missing something. But I don't think the foundation of the system has changed. I don't think it has. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I sleep under a rock. Maybe y'all can tell me something I don't know. Lindell, and that's in Lindell. Nisi, peace. What's happening? It keeps happening. It keeps happening because of the foundation of the system. It's the same. This system ain't no different. The only thing that's different is the year. You know, The only thing that's different is the year. The only thing that's different is the day. You know what I'm saying? Like what they say, nothing is new under the sun. I ask people all the time to go find me a time where we coexisted with these folks peacefully. Go find me a time. Go find me a time where we coexisted with these folks peacefully and they wasn't on a power trip. Now, of course, when we was dealing with each other, yeah, you're going to have tribalism. Like, yeah, we're going to split off in different groups, different cultures. It's a part of the game. But nothing has been done to us to the extent of what these folks have done to us and what they continue to do to us. Nothing. Promise you. I don't claim to be an expert, but I done studied enough to where I can tell you nothing to this extent has been done. Nothing. I promise you. And it's been happening ever since we've been in contact with them. Ever since. And it's going to continue to happen. You know, because that's in their nature, man. It's going to continue to happen. It's in their nature. It's in their nature, man. It's in their nature, man. A snake going to be a snake regardless. You know? Snake going to be a snake regardless. Like, that's like when they try to tame these wild animals. And then eventually, every so often, you get a case where that wild animal that messed around and did something to the folk. And you can't tame that wild animal for too long, man. Eventually, it's going to get back to its roots. Eventually, that wild animal going to get back to its roots, and you keep playing with it, it's going to take you out the game. Sharif and Exact, man, listen. I was reading a book. What is it called? The Devil You Know or something like that. But I was reading a book where he was basically talking about how black people, like how we should all kind of relocate down south. Now, again, this is wishful thinking. But he was just basically saying we need to take over states. And we need to take over the states that are already predominantly black, aka the southern states. And he was just like, you know, if all the black people if we just all decide to move to a certain region, it's like we would take over these regions. Like if we just move to all these southern states and them numbers went up, we got political power, we got economic power, we got a lot of power if we just move to a certain region and we claim that region. Like I was reading a book that's one of the strategies that person was talking about, just relocating to certain regions to establish political power, establish economic power and things like that. See, that's the type of thinking, that's the type of time we kind of need to be on. But we'd rather be online arguing about freaky stuff, you know what I mean? And posting freaky stuff. Like that's what we be on. Like we be like online, they be tripping out here these days. You know, we don't really want to talk about things of substance. Like you say, man, it be stupid stuff we arguing about. Like stupid stuff that get us talking. I remember I posted on Facebook, man. What's the white chick, man, that went viral for the Hawk tour? And like, fam, last time I read, this could be a change. But last time I read about this white chick, once again, I don't even be knowing names because stuff be stupid. But when I had read something about it, they was like, man, she was able to quit her job. She was landing speaking engagements. All this type of stuff. She about to get a reality show. All this type of stuff, man. All type of money coming her way. And she Hawk tour. When we got brothers and sisters that been off in the trenches. Now, I'm not saying all black folks was responsible for making her viral and for changing her life like that. But this, man, just social media. We got plenty of brothers and sisters, man, that's just been hitting the ground hard, teaching what's right and exact. That never sees the light of day, the time of day. And sometimes we can blame it on the algorithm, but a lot of times, man, we just overlook that. We see somebody teaching, for the most part, the masses see folks teaching, or they see people being educational, and they scroll right past that. They want to see the drama. They want to see the drama. They want to see the negative. They want to see the entertainment. which that's subjective, because to me, being educated, that's entertainment to me. I'm entertained, man, when I'm learning something that I didn't know yesterday. When I'm learning something I didn't know an hour ago. That's entertaining to me. You know, but most people don't see it like that. Yeah, he got arrested. In my eyes, he's not gonna do any time at all. And if he do time, he's gonna be heavily protected, which is trash. Put him out there with the folk. Put him out there. Oh yeah, hey, y'all didn't. So I'm glad y'all mentioning Obama, right? I had this conversation because everybody, I feel like people are be trying to lure me into debates, and I'm glad I've grown, because if this was 12, 13 years ago, I'd be going in with people. But people will ask me, what do I think of Kamala Harris? And all I would say, my response would be is this whole situation is sparking interesting conversations and interesting perspectives. That's how I choose to answer that question in public now, depending on where I'm at. If I'm in a work environment or whatever, first of all, you might not want to ask people that in them type of environments. But if you ask me that, that's been my response. One of the reasons why I'm responding like that is because it's been a lot of black women that's viewing this situation in a weird way. And I'm like, yo, I don't want to burst y'all bubble, my sisters. But we already been through this with Obama. First of all, I don't fool with any of these puppets. Let me announce that. I don't fool with any of these puppets. They all puppets, they mascots. You know, it's the unseen hand that's giving them orders. And if they don't follow these orders, we see what happens to them. You get assassinated, you get killed, you get silenced. All this type of good stuff happens. Now, bad stuff, I should say. Let me not call that good stuff. But this is what happens when you don't follow orders. They already have a script and plan. They just need a face. They need a mascot. Somebody they can put out in front of the people. Like, that's really it. If you think these people have all that power, you are sadly mistaken. You study enough politics, you will come to that same conclusion. I promise you that. I promise you that. But if y'all remember, because I remember this vividly, when Obama was selected, first of all, that was strategic, because they gave us George Bush for 2 terms. George Bush shouldn't even won the first term, really, because I remember that clear as day. You know, we could get to Florida and how they corrupted those votes. We could get into that. But he shouldn't have won the first term. But then we got him twice. We got George Bush Jr. twice. Black folks was in a state to where they was not trusting the system. So the system say, hold on. Okay, we losing the trust of our black people. We losing the support of our black people. We got George Bush Jr. to come in here and do what we needed him to do. You know, 9/11, all that type of stuff. You know, George Bush, they was in on that. So we got the right person to do all that type of stuff. But now we losing black people. They starting to open their eyes. They starting to ask questions. They starting to peep the game. All right, so we got to find a way to silence them, to satisfy them. Let's give them the first black president. Let's give them Obama. So they gave him. They say, all right, we select him. Barack Obama, well-spoken, articulate, charismatic, got some enthusiasm, got a nice family. Perfect. That's perfect person to satisfy black people. We gonna give him the first black president, and we can say we making progress. It's gonna satisfy him. Now, when that happened, what were black people around here talking about? I remember the sentiments. I remember the sentiments that was in the atmosphere when they selected Obama. I remember it. Oh man, we got first black president. Now you can tell your child they can do and be anything. They say, man, this black man that got in office, man, everything finna change. Oh yeah, black people, we good now. We this and that. That's the energy. That was the energy in the atmosphere. I remember it. I can't make this up. At least that was the energy that was around me, and that was the energy that I was seeing online at the time. everybody thought the world was going to change for black people. I remember it. Obama serves 2 terms. What was the sentiment after? I remember this vividly. The sentiment was, I'll never forget, I was having these conversations. Everybody who I was talking to after Obama then did his terms, everybody was saying the same thing. Man, this system's so bad off, he would need more than 8 years to fix everything wrong with this system. Same stuff people such as myself at the time was trying to tell folks. And then folks turn into what they accused me of being a conspiracy theorist. When Obama got selected. Oh, you a conspiracy theorist. Then after Obama did his terms, they start saying the same stuff I have been saying. Oh, it's gonna take him more than 8 years. They not gonna they ain't let him do nothing for us anyway. They wouldn't allow him to do this and that. Now it turned into he gonna change the game. Then after he did his terms, wasn't able to do much for us. Oh, that's because they ain't let him do it. Oh, so now you subconsciously or indirectly admitting that there's a script. They wouldn't let him do what you thought he was gonna do. So now you on my side with it. This Kamala Harris is the same situation. Hypothetically speaking, let's say she is selected. What do y'all think she about to do? It's gonna be the same. I'm sorry, sisters. I know y'all excited. I know y'all want to see a sister that closely resembles you all be president. I know y'all want to have that energy, but trust me, Obama was that for black men. Black men at the time, it wasn't never a black man that was president. So at this time, that was the energy for black men. Man, we made it. I wasn't like that, but that was the sentiment. Man, we in there. Black man president, we good. But reality had to strike us. You can't fix a system that wasn't designed for a black person to fix in the first place. Come on. Come on now. Y'all gonna come to the same realization. Hypothetically speaking, let's say they place her in that joint. I'm sorry to inform you all that after she's done serving her time, y'all gonna be saying the same thing. Oh, it's gonna take more than that to fix this system. Oh, they ain't allow her to do this and that. Oh, them Republicans and this and that. Y'all blame it on trying to tell y'all. Promise y'all that's what y'all gonna be saying. Promise y'all. Like, I promise you all that's going to be the energy. I don't want to rain on y'all parade. I don't want to do that. But I'm going to have to go ahead and tell y'all what y'all going to be saying. She's not going to be able to do anything more than what Obama did. And don't even get me started on that presidency. For real. They used Obama to push some crazy agendas forward, fam. Curtis, peace. Appreciate that donation. Like, for real. Like, I'm sorry to inform y'all. Like, I know y'all think this is going to be a historic moment if it happens. Whoop-de-whoop. Y'all going to get excited. Y'all going to think the world is changing. Boy, progress has been made. But this is intentional. This is intentionally done. And to be quite honest with y'all, fam. To be quite honest with y'all, I thought the timing was crazy. In regards to y'all already know Sister Massey getting shot, and then Kamala Harris, like the timing of that was weird to me, fam. That was weird. A sister gets shot, a black woman gets shot, and here go Kamala Harris. Joe Biden drops out. That was weird timing. I ain't connected them dots yet, but that's weird timing. Go ahead, call me what you want to call me. Oh man, conspiracy theories, you looking too deep into it. I don't even care at this point. Call me whatever you want to call me. But I felt like that timing was kind of crazy. That timing was crazy. I say, hold on now. Joe Biden them dropping out, and then they assassinating the black woman. Interesting. Everything is political in a sense, man. So I found that I found that rather interesting. Now y'all can connect some dots for me, but I found that interesting. I know I ain't the only one that thought, this is interesting timing. Oh yeah, yeah, they definitely need to remove that. And I think, to me, it all like, I honestly feel like Kamala about to get it, because it's just this all happening in a weird fashion. I feel like it's the same thing when they put Obama in there, and like the black folks, we just became rowdy. Like we wasn't feeling things. And they was like, hold on, we gotta calm this down. I feel like this happening now. I feel like at first they might have, but they like, nah, man, we can't put Trump back in there. This might not go well. We gotta bring somebody. Kamala, Joe Biden, drop out. We need you drop on out, sir. We gotta put a black woman in here. They put a black woman in there, bro. It's that, hey, as far as like the revolution goes, you might as well cancel Christmas. That's gonna set us back on that in 1,000 years, because everybody gonna swear we didn't make the most progress in the world if they put Kamala Harris in there. I might as well not get on here and talk about overthrowing any type of system. The sisters gonna be all over my head. Oh, y'all black men, y'all just don't support sisters. And man, I'm trying to tell y'all, it done turned into that already. If this is what's funny about it. I done been criticizing this system my whole entire existence, my adult existence, I would say. I done been criticizing this system. I criticized Obama and them. I done criticized Bush and them. I done talked about everybody. But the moment I talk about this system, if that lady gets elected, I'm going to be accused of not supporting her because she's a woman, because she's this and that. Promise you that's what's going to happen. Promise you. I promise you. I promise you. I done been talking about this system for the longest, but I promise you, the moment I criticize this system, when a woman is in office, then it's gonna turn. That's what the debate is gonna turn into. That's what they're gonna say. Oh, well, you just don't like this system because they got a woman in charge. I know this is gonna happen because it's already been put in the atmosphere. It's already been put in the atmosphere. I've already been seeing women talk about, oh, these dudes out here, they rocking with Trump because they don't want to support no sister. They don't want to support no woman. I'm like, boy, if y'all really if that's what y'all really on. Like, if that's what y'all really want to be on, man, I'm not. Go ahead and have at it, man. I'm not about to argue with you, but I promise you that's what they gonna be on. Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, gender debate, like, for real, like, we talk about industry plants. I overlooked, I didn't probably said it briefly, but man, I didn't overlook YouTube plants. Man, I feel like it's a lot of people being paid off that's on YouTube. Not even feel like, I know it is. It's a lot of people on YouTube being paid off to push certain narratives, fam. Like, that's a thing. Good gracious, it's a thing. Because when you look up and be like, man, where did these people come from? It's a lot of folks that's been paid off, man, on YouTube, on this here platform, to push certain agendas. Best believe it. Q for sure. That's why I don't fool with it. That's why I don't, man, look, that's why I don't fool with it. They get mad at me, oh, but you don't vote, you part of the problem. Okay. And it's fun. I can get deep into the politics of it, man. Deep into the politics of it. Deep into the politics. It's fun. I always say it's funny to me how black people be talking about they Democrats and this and that, when originally your ancestors, for the most part, when all this party stuff started happening, we was Republicans first and foremost. Like, we supported that. And I read that in the book too. I read that in the book. It was talking about how in this day and age, a lot of black people identify as Democrats, but when it comes to a lot of policies, we actually agree with Republicans. Like same-sex marriage, stuff like that. Like, we actually share a lot of the perspectives and morals and principles of so-called Republicans, because that's what we used to be. It's some history to that though. When you get when you get deep, like if you got any, like if your family is from the South and you start talking like, and they stick to the old tradition, man, those are Republican views, fam. If you got my grandfather like 93, some of that stuff, like them old traditional views that my grandfather might not fool with, that them Republicans don't fool with that stuff. Fam, I'm trying to tell y'all, when you really start breaking those two ideologies down, you might find yourself agreeing with a lot of what a Republican is saying. That's history. That I'm trying to tell y'all, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving y'all some of the game that I have got. I don't identify with either side, but I'm trying to tell you, you not too far off from a Republican mindset yourself. Straight up. And your great grandfather more than likely identifies as a Republican, and your grandfather or great grandfather might still share a lot of the morals and principles of a Republican. Straight up. Hey, Herc, appreciate that donation. Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you, hey, justice for. Like, I feel like at this point, man, we need to start taking justice into our own hands, and we need to walk around. We need to walk around like the Black Panthers, man. We got to police the police. Terenzo, hey, peace, what's happening? We gotta police the police, man. You know, and a lot of times people are offer criticism like, oh man, what y'all doing? Y'all just talking about it. Somebody got to put the energy out there. Everything starts off as a thought, and that thought is transferred over to spoken word. You know, so all it takes, if I speak it, if I think it and I speak it, and folks catch on to it, and things start to go into motion based off of what I said, I'm doing my job. So a lot of people feel like talking about it is pointless. Like, nah, no, it's some folks that's listening, that's taking heed. Then next thing you know, man, I done grabbed a whole generation of folks that heard what I said, and now they taking action based off what I said. And now we changing the game. You know, so for real, we always got to put the spoken word into the atmosphere, because you never know who's listening. You know, and everything starts off as a thought. You know, everything starts off as a thought. Some of the stuff can sound like wishful thinking. Some of the stuff can sound like, man, that'll never happen. Nope, I'm gonna still put it into the atmosphere, because we ain't gonna never say it never around here. You know, for real. You'll be surprised at what can happen if you just keep planting certain seeds. So I'm always planting certain seeds, putting them in the atmosphere. Khalid Muhammad was great at that. Khalid Muhammad was so great at that the Nation of Islam couldn't even handle that. Like, Khalid Muhammad was really putting the proper energy into the atmosphere. It spooked the Nation of Islam. It was like, whoa, buddy out here talking too wild, even for us. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we got to put that type of energy into the atmosphere at all times. Whether something happens in my lifetime or not, hey, somebody 2 generations under me, if they get wind of what I'm talking about and they act on it, that's all I need. That's all I need. Oh yeah, the weird part for sure. You already know. Hey man, I'm trying to tell you that's another shit I'm about to get. I'm gonna get into that history. Man, hey, listen, Democrats ain't worth nothing, bro. I'm trying to tell you. All the stuff is garbage, you know. They accuse us of gang banging, and that's gang banging right there. How they break it down with Democrats and Republicans, red and blue states. That's gang banging, fam. Like, they Bloods and Crips. Then when you go to Democrats and Republicans, that's what Jesse Ventura called them, the Democrats and the Republicans. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the blue states for the Democrats, and you got the red states for the Republicans. Like, that is gang banging, fam. You know, gang banging. And folks think you set tripping if you support somebody who they feel like you shouldn't be supporting. I stopped involving myself with that a minute ago, and I get called part of the problem. They think you uneducated because you opt not to vote. I got too much information. Too much information that I got to reveal it in due time, because you got to be strategic with how you reveal information on these here platforms, right? Got to be strategic. I got too much information that shows and proves when they want something to happen, they're going to make it happen. But in order for that to happen, they have to present illusions to the people. They don't work by force anymore. They don't work by overt force anymore. They don't do it. They don't do that. Now things are covert. It's more psychological, so everything is kind of coded now. Instead of them putting it directly in your face, like they code everything. It's all subliminal, so they don't put it right in our faces anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like they code it. They make it subliminal. So you got to be able to pick up on the subliminal messages. That's why the people that are able to pick up on these subliminal messages, things happen to them. They get suppressed in the algorithm. They get silenced. They get destroyed. They get killed. But I stopped playing that game a long time ago. Stop playing that game. It's all some nonsense. I stopped buying into politics. Like I always say, it's like wrestling. I was a big wrestling fan growing up. I always associate politics with wrestling. And y'all know where I'm going with that. Politics and wrestling, man, is literally the same exact thing to me. When you watch wrestling, for one, it's a storyline. You know what I mean? Storyline. Secondly, wrestling, you will be watching some dudes that have a feud. You really think these people hate each other in real life. That's only on the camera. Off the camera, they best of friends. I didn't watch Stone Cold and The Rock go crazy. Like they straight hate each other. When the camera's off, man, they drinking beer together. That's politics. When the camera's rolling, we debating, we acting like we at each other's throat. The moment the camera is off, we are cool. But they can't show you that part. What they call in wrestling, kayfabe or whatever. Politics go by the same set of rules. They got to stay in character, man, until they out of sight, out of mind. So they got to always present this illusion that they are beefing. Whole while. Whole while. They cool. But yeah, it's an illusion. Voting is an illusion, fam. It's an illusion for the most part, especially on that scale. On that scale, it's an illusion. It's an illusion, fam. They want to make the people appear as if they have options. I got a marketing degree, man, and that's a part of marketing. When you study marketing, they gonna always tell you, or if you just going into business, they always tell you, give people options. When you got a service or a product, well, when you got a service-based business, they always say give people options. People don't like to just have one option. When they have one option, they feel forced to make a decision. So you got to give them 2 or 3 options. And that relieves the tension. That relieves that relieves the perception, or that eliminates the perception of them being forced to make a decision. So if you give them 3 options, 2 or 3 options, you playing a trick on their mind. You making it seem like they got freedom of choice. Whole while, yeah, they got freedom of choice, but they are choosing within the parameters of kind of of the direction in which you want them to go. But when you give them 3 options, they feel like they have control. This is a mind thing. It's mental, right? I'm telling you, you can study this. This is mental. When you going into business, they're going to always tell you, don't just have one price. You got to give them 3 or 4 options. People love options. When you give people options, they feel like they have control. They feel like they have control. Whether it's 2 options, whether it's 3 options, the whole thing is give people options. So when you give them an option, they feel like they have control. Whole while you are about to present each option in a certain way where you're going to sway them to the decision that you want them to make. You're going to sway them toward the option you want them to make. That's what politics is. All right, we can't just give them, like, what you think would happen if they just gave us the president? They just gave us who they wanted. Well, no, you ain't had no decision. They just say, look, we giving you Donald Trump. You don't get to make no, you don't have no say so in it. They just gave you Donald Trump. That would not work. But they say, okay, boom, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, Donald Trump, Joe Biden. Now we feel like we have control. That eases the tension. You still gonna get who you want in there, but we gotta provide this, we gotta present this illusion to the people to make them feel like they had a hand in it. So if they feel like they had a hand in it, whether things turn out in their favor or not, the blame can't go on us and say we rigged it. Because we can say, well, we let y'all vote. That's how they get us. That's how they get us. They want to remove, like it's throwing a rock, hiding a hand. They give us this illusion of voting so that however things turn out, they can always say, hey, we let y'all choose this person. Y'all chose such and such. We ain't had nothing to do with this. Y'all chose them. Even though we've seen them do things like rig it and throw out votes. And we've literally seen them tamper with black votes, all that. We've seen this. But we still think, because they give us options, that we have some type of control over this outcome. Sadly mistaken. And that's just on that scale. It's a lot of other avenues to where we can show and prove that voting really is an illusion, fam. Seriously. Seriously. But again, y'all can study and find this out for yourselves, man. There's plenty of material out here that will corroborate this evidence. Like, this is not me just being a conspiracy theorist. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, seriously, fam, like, that's an illusion. It's an illusion. You know, as harsh as that sounds, as messed up as it sounds, it's an illusion. It's an illusion. Like, let me make these people think they got some type of control over the outcome. Now, boom. But we gonna rig this in a way to where we still get the outcome we want to get. It's business, fam. If I present you, fam, listen, in business, if I got a service, bro, and I'm telling you, when you study in business, you go in business for yourself, you're gonna come across these methods. In business, they tell you, create a low end like price or package, create a middle package, and then create a high end package. You giving somebody three options. Whole while your intentions are to get them to get that middle pack. The middle package is really what you want them to get. You using the high end package as basically smoke screen, using a high end package to make the middle package seem less expensive. You know what I'm saying? So boom, this high end package. If I want somebody to pay $500, then I create this high end package that's $1,000. So when I offer this high end package first, and you're like, oh man, that's $1,000, but then I got this middle package that's $500. Then I got this low end package that's $250. I want them to pay the $500. That's my intention from the jump, is to get them to get the $500 package. But I'm gonna create a high end package and a low end package. The low end, people don't want to get the cheap package because they feel like they don't get what they pay for. But then that $1,000, that might be too much. Right in the middle, I'm gonna get you to get that 500. That's all an illusion. That 1,000 and that 250, I never intended for you to get those packages anyway. I always wanted you to get this 500. I just created those two on the ends just to get you to the middle. If I just offered you the middle, though, you wouldn't have got it, because you would be like, man, hold on, ain't no other option. Promise y'all, man, I've been in business long enough, and I've been studying this long enough. That's how I go. That's how the mind works. That's what they doing to us. They using that them same tactics, man. Jason, what's happening? Oh yeah, Curtis. Yeah, don't let, like, when the outcome doesn't unfold in our favor, then now it's all of our faults. Oh well, y'all ain't vote. Yeah, y'all the problem. It's y'all fault. Whoopty whoop. It's our fault. So however the system turns out, it's our fault. It's our fault. It ain't got nothing to do with the wicked folks that you do not see that's navigating that's navigating everything. It ain't got nothing to do with them. It's our fault because we opted out of voting. We chose not to vote because we don't want to feel forced to have to vote between the lesser two evils. It's like it's like we missed option C. It's like we feel like, all right, what you want? To get shot in the head, stabbed in the head, A and B or C. I just walk away, keep living. We miss option C. We act like we only got option A and B. Either I'm gonna get shot in the head or stabbed in the head. We act like we ain't got no other option. No, I got another option. What D? None of the above. What is that? What? It was D. None of the above. And I continue on about my life. You want to get shot in the head, stabbed in the head, shot in the heart, stabbed in the heart, or D? None of the above. Like we miss D. There is a D. None of the above. And I'm gonna continue on my life. How about I do not die tonight? You know, how about that? How about I say none of the above? I don't know about y'all, but choosing none of the above has not made my life worse. I don't know about y'all, but me choosing not to vote has not made my life worse. So me choosing none of the above has not caused me to end up in prison or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't end up in no concentration camp. I ain't just go crazy because I chose none of the above. Like, what y'all talking about? So that's a good option for me. I'm going to choose none of the above, and I'm going to continue on building, doing what I'm doing. Correct, exactly. Lesser of two evils. No. How about I choose no evil? How about I don't have to choose any of the evils to begin with, and I go on about my life? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been choosing not to vote, and I done been doing some great things in life. And I'm not going to give credit to any policy that this system has created. No, not going to do that. I've chosen not to get involved with that part of the process, and I'm going to control what I can control. I can't control the president. I can't control what they do. I can't control the agendas, the scripts that they have written already. I can't control that. Can't control it. But every 4 years, man, it'd be the same old song and dance from black people. From black people. Oh, Q, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, man, listen. How to sell to black people don't understand. Like, we are a very hot commodity when it comes to the selling of products and services. They know how to sell to black people. They study how to sell to black because they know we gonna spend our money with everybody but ourselves. Lindell, you say, how do I perceive Trump supporters? I ain't got no problem with them. Man, I ain't got no problem with if you rock with Trump, hey, everybody got pros and cons. Listen, one of the reasons why I fool with Trump. Now, again, I say I fool with Trump. That doesn't mean I'm going out here voting for Trump. I respect anybody that's honest. Now, Trump be saying a lot of stuff. He probably lying, doing it for shock value. But, man, I don't have a problem with. I'll respect the person that comes out directly and says they don't like me, opposed to me having to find out indirectly or subliminally. You come out, tell me you don't like me, man, now I got respect. That's respect. That's respect. I fool with that. Tell me how you truly feel. Tell me I respect the person that's flat out honest. That's themselves. I don't respect folks that's lying. I don't respect a person that's gonna come up here and tell me a bunch of stuff that they gonna do for me, and then they never do it. And then I got to find out 4 years later that you lied to me. Opposed to a person that said, look, if I get in this position, I ain't gonna do nothing for you. I can't do nothing but respect that, fam. I can't do anything but respect that. If you let me know out the gate, and I ain't saying that's what he's saying, but I'm saying I respect the person that's just honest. out the gate. And I don't have to find out the truth 4 or 5 years later that, oh, you lied, or you not a man or a woman of your word. You know, tell me straight. Man, Marcus Garvey, a lot of them, they met with Klan members and they talked about having respect for Klan members and Klan leaders. Because you know what it is when you're dealing with them. Look, I don't want y'all on this side of town. I don't want y'all messing with our women. Boom. I'll respect that because I don't want you on this side of town and I don't want you messing with our women. So we actually view things the same way. You trying to protect your bloodline, I'm trying to protect my bloodline. Much respect. I have no problem with folks. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with folks that support that. I don't have any problem with folks that live like that, that have that perspective. I don't have a problem with that because I don't fool with you. I don't need, like, listen, I'm going to tell you how I feel about you. You tell me how you feel about me. That's respect. You don't like me and you tell me that and I tell you I don't like you and you're like, all right, then we just don't, listen, we just ain't going to deal with each other. Respect. Instead of you trying to tell me, yeah, I fool with you whole while you don't. And that's what these Democrats be saying. It's like Hillary Clinton. Had folks thinking Hillary Clinton them fool with black people. No, they don't. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was gonna find that out the hard way. Man, Hillary Clinton don't fool with black folk. She don't fool with black women, black men, nothing. Hillary Clinton, to me, about worse than Trump. Y'all just don't know that history. Or they just didn't know the history. The folks that was riding for her like that, Hillary Clinton, garbage. You know, all these folks garbage. But she was definitely garbage. And black folks riding for her. Riding for her, fam. But give me the honest folks. Give me the honest folks. Man, listen, this may sound weird to say, but I don't have any problem. Listen, and when I say I don't have a problem, what I mean is I don't have a problem in the sense I know where they stand. Like I don't have a problem with the white nationalists and the Klan members. Now, when they start, if they do something that to my people that went against something we said, like if we said, look, y'all stay over here, we won't mess with y'all. We'll stay over, you know what I'm saying? We'll stay where we at. We won't mess with y'all. Everything cool. Now, if they come over here and trespass and they break the truth, they break the promise, I have a problem. But if we all got a mutual understanding, you know what I'm saying, if we respect the boundaries, man, I'm cool because I know where people stand. I like to know where people stand. You don't like black people, just tell me straight up, fam. Don't be doing it in private. Then you get caught up. You start trying to pop, man, just let us know. I'm telling you, listen, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. You might hurt some of these other black folks' feelings, but you're not gonna hurt, you not gonna hurt my feelings. Why you like, man, I don't like black people. You're not hurting my feelings. You're not hurting my feelings. You won't catch me crying. I don't need to be accepted by white folks. So a white person be like, hey, man, I don't like you. Okay, cool. I don't like you either. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. The wife is in the building. Y'all say peace to the white. Man, listen, Hillary Clinton, I done spoke about that history. Hillary Clinton, so y'all already know all these presidents, politicians, they be pedophiles and they be rapists, right? We know that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton, what we know Bill Clinton for? You know what I mean? Like what we know Bill Clinton for. But before that, Bill Clinton was getting down and dirty, man, being a pedophile, messing with underage women and whatnot, and messing with some women that were of age, but he was raping them, you know, touching them inappropriately. He got caught up. Guess who was sending the hush money? Guess who was the enforcer making sure these women didn't speak? It was Hillary. It's Hillary. She was trying to protect the name. She was trying to protect the legacy, what they was building and trying to establish. Hillary was the one writing letters to these white women like, hey, don't say what he did. Don't speak on what he did. Don't speak on what he did to you. If you do, this what's gonna happen to you. Hillary was behind that. She was the one. She was the one making sure these women. So for all of y'all women that be LGBTQ, why y'all wasn't saying that? Why y'all wasn't speaking on that? Hillary was the one that was silencing rape victims, trying to give them hush money. That was Hillary. That was another fellow woman. And y'all be mad at us though. That was Hillary that did that. And you can go find them receipts. Go look that up. You can find that. Go to your library, find it. You can find that. That information is out here. That's facts. But y'all be mad at us though. That's facts. Hillary was the one. Hush money. Hey, we gonna give you $250,000, and we need you to sign this. You say something that might cost you life. That might cost you your life. That's Hillary, fam. That was Hillary. Hillary wicked, fam. Hillary Clinton wicked. I don't know why y'all. She looked wicked. I don't know why it was trusting her in the first place. But again, lesser of two evils. Lesser to the super predators, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the person that coined that term, known racist, and they used the term to describe us. And the person that, man, listen, the person that coined that term, Hillary Clinton and all them, was using the super predator term. Person that coined that don't like black people, but we riding for it. Though. We was riding for it. We was riding for it. That's the type of people we ride for. We don't ride for each other, but we gonna ride for them folk. Calling you a super predator. We gonna ride for them though. Yeah, Joe Biden, right. That's what I'm saying. Joe Biden, like this was right. Yeah. All of them was in on that. Hillary, Bill, Joe Biden. They was in on that. They was the guy that coined that term. That was their boy. Yeah, that was their boy. That's their boy. That came up, that coined the term. That's their boy. That's the homeboy. That's the homeboy. For real, straight up. Y'all can look at us as the homeboy. That's their peoples. I couldn't believe like the Joe Biden stuff was really interesting to me. I'm like, damn, why y'all fooling with dude? But again, lesser two evils. Lesser two evils. Are chosen. Man, listen. Woo-wee. And that, yep. I remember that. I remember seeing that. But they out here. Antonio, my boy, yeah, for sure. Bagging action. Smacking upside the head. What Kendrick Lamar said, we're gonna paraphrase Kendrick, man. Sometimes you just gotta pop up and teach. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gotta do, man. Sometimes we gotta pop up, out and teach. Yeah, so we here. That's what I'm doing. I'm just popping out, teaching a little something. That's it. Like that's what that's what we need. Not like us, the political version, because these some folks definitely not like us, man. Straight up. Which which that stuff was highlighting some of that. Drake them in on that. That's Drake them line of work right there, boy. Messing with they in on that. That's their type of situation. But y'all, man, I didn't serve my time over here, man. I don't never be having enough time. So I got to get out here, get ready to head back to this gym, man, and finish off my clients. Hey, I don't know when I'm gonna tap back in, but I feel like we popped out. Shout out to Kim. I feel like we popped out and we taught up in here. We got some things off our chest. So I don't know the next time I'm gonna tap in with y'all, man, but I'm gonna tap in sooner rather than later, man. I ain't about to take no hiatus like that again, for real. But I appreciate all the donations, man. I appreciate all love, man. I appreciate the good energy, man. Don't fall for the okie doke. Stop falling for the illusions. Stop being bamboozled out here, man. Study. Get that knowledge up, man. Get that knowledge up. Raise that consciousness. Raise that awareness, man, for real. Let's take over this thing. Let's destroy this system, man, and put one in place for the righteous folks. But, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm going to let y'all get back. Enjoying the rest of y'all Friday, man. I'm gonna tap in when I tap in, man. Y'all be easy. I'm out.